What's up, friends? Welcome back to 9 3/4. It's Carissa here, and I'm excited to be here bringing you today's video reading all about what people love and hate about you. I couldn't just do one or the other. I felt called to do both, so here we are bringing you the tea, the scoops, the good, the bad, and all the things. So yeah, I just want to put a little disclaimer. As usual, you guys, please be aware of scammers out there. I will never DM you to solicit you for a personal reading. To book a personal reading with me, you can do so by emailing me at shop9 3/4 at yahoo.com, shop9 3/4 at yahoo.com. It is dropped in the description box as well as on the screen. Also, these are my only social media accounts listed on the screen as well as linked in the description box, so please beware of scammers out there pretending to be me. And yeah, another quick disclaimer. If you hear coughing, sneezing, sniffles, it is my daughter in the background. She is home sick from school, so I do apologize for that inconvenience, but life has to happen and go on, and I appreciate your patience and your kindness. And yeah, it's, you know, mom life, and I gotta do what I gotta do. So here we are. I just want to say thank you so much also for being here with me. I appreciate you all so much. And yeah, let's dive in. You guys know we have 3 piles for you to choose from, and I went with candles today. I want to light you a candles. So I have 3 different chime candles for you to choose from. Starting off with pile 1, you have the yellow chime candle. Pile 2, you have the white chime candle. And pile 3, you have the blue chime candle. So as usual, you guys can pause the video here, take all the time that you need to choose the pile or piles you feel drawn to the most. Timestamps will be dropped for you below, and I will meet you at your pile. What's up, pile 1? If you chose the yellow chime candle, welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the lighting of your candles. So let's go ahead and bring this bad boy to life, shall we? I want to just say thank you to your spirit guides and mine for keeping us safe during your reading, allowing me to do your reading and be a part of your energy. Okay, I believe that's pretty secure. Okay, I also I'm going to give you a little bit of time to sit with the candle. Alright, pile 1. As I was sitting with your candle energy, I do feel like some of you may identify with fear of abandonment. So please take that only if it resonates. You know, some of you might be people pleaser energy as well, because you have that fear of abandonment in which you feel like you need to do something in order to gain access to someone's love or energy or attention, something to that effect. but getting into the root of your reading as to what do people love and hate about you. I want to say hate, I mean like as we have people who really love on us, we also attract the attention of people who maybe, you know, haters, you know, as we say it. Not sure why it's coming across in that way, but let's reveal your card. So this card here is meant to represent what people dislike about you, or I'm sorry, what people love about you. This is the number, oh, it's 55. And I'm not going to try to pronounce the word, but it says the peacock's tail. This is absolutely a beautiful card. And this card here specifically drawn to represent what people, the haters, view you, which is number 51, the flame. Which is pretty interesting, being that we are intentionally bringing out a candle today. And then I just drew these as supporting cards. So I have Spider-Man coming out. And again, this doesn't necessarily mean hater energy, or it's to support both sides. And then we have 𝒄𝒊𝒏, which is worthy. Trigger statement, I am ashamed. True statement, I am cherished. There are connections to ancestral and childhood memories that are ready to be healed. Allow divine light to shine within. Right, I want to be careful with this candle here. Okay, so pile one. Starting off with that hater energy. I feel like people, when I talk about hater energy, I mean like what are people triggered by, as far as like what do you trigger in other people, you know, like that causes them to dislike or hate on you. And that brings out like you have this fire, this inner spark, this vitality inside of you. And it's interesting that it correlates to the yellow chime candle that you chose. Yellow being the color of your solar plexus chakra. This is all about, you know, wisdom, power, strength, determination, and all of these things that really trigger other people who may be still healing those things within themselves. I feel like the reason why they may hate on you is because you have this sense of purpose within you. You have this fire inside of you, this spark inside of you, this magic fiery essence that they feel like they don't have, or theirs is not burning as bright, and you shine brighter, you burn brighter than they do. It's almost this energy of like comparing themselves to you and feeling like they're less than, when in reality I feel like that's not how you view the world, and that's something that is more of a reflection on them than it is on you. I do feel like, you know, this is like, I'm called to how Peter Parker and Spider-Man are looking into different directions, and how you're able to see both sides of the coin. Like you empathize with people who maybe, you know, dislike you or maybe hate on you and feel like there's conflict or something like that with you, when in reality it's not your fault, that you are being yourself and doing those things. But there's this part of you that also wants to not do those things, like not trigger them, not be who you are, so that you can lessen their pain, so that you can make them like you. It's again that I'm picking up on this like people pleaser energy, like what can I do to fit in, what can I do to be more liked. And you might have been bullied growing up as well. I'm kind of starting to get the shakes a little bit, but only take it if it resonates. I do feel a little bit like you are slowly learning to find your own voice, and you're like stepping into your authenticity and standing in your power. And this could be something that you are avidly learning to do and actively trying to do, you know, on a day-to-day basis. I'm hearing True Colors by Cyndi Lauper. I think that's the original singer. But yes, just allowing yourself to really shine and be who you are. These are two completely different decks, by the way, but they are the same creator. So the imagery is often is depicted similarly. However, being that they're two different decks, I very much love how the correlation here is, like, of all the cards, you know, they're very similar in the fact that you have these two vibrant, like almost like pyramid V spectrum looking images coming out on the picture here for you. And most of the cards here in this deck, in both decks actually, are usually not very colorful. And so the fact that you have these colors being splashed upon the ones that you chose, I feel like you're really stepping into your confidence, stepping into your light, and being very proud of who you are, more comfortable in your skin. For some of you, this could even be like you coming out and being identifying as a certain gender or a certain identity, a certain, you know, sexuality, something like that. Take it only if it resonates, of course. This is, we're all inclusive here, so others of you, this could be something even more simplistic, not trying to lessen the impact of how great this is in your life. But this is definitely about you letting yourself shine and being proud of who you are, being proud of stepping into that. I'm hearing This Is Me by 𝒕𝒐𝒔𝒔. You might hear me channel that a lot. I've been channeling it a lot, and it feels like every pile, like not every pile, but it feels like every reading somebody gets channeled that song or something from The Greatest Showman. So just being proud of who you are and standing in that energy and knowing that, you know, just because you trigger someone doesn't make that your problem. You know, again, that is a reflection on them. You're refracting light, like the rainbow that is depicted here in this card, and you're reflecting light off of, you know, the energy that you put out there. And so I know it's totally scientific in the way that I'm expressing what this is or explaining what this is, so excuse my language as I try to get the word across. But really, like, allowing yourself to just be you without worrying about how that affects everybody else. Like, you need to live your life and find your happiness, create the life that you want to live without worrying about how that's going to trigger Sally Sue down the road, or how that's going to trigger, you know, Johnny Joe, whatever, you know, like, it doesn't matter. That's something that they need to heal within themselves and deal with on their own. That's their problem, not yours. Their opinion of you, that's their business, not yours. But people actually really love the fact that you are taking your power back, the fact that you are stepping into your light and finding your way, showing your true colors, and stepping into this light, stepping into your star power, that main character energy. And, you know, the really interesting thing that I was presented, and I don't even know how it came to me, whether it was in a dream or when I was meditating or something, but we live our lives on a day-to-day. We wake up and we are us, right? And essentially, if you think about it, we are the main characters of our lives. The show is our life, right? If you think about it that way. And there is nothing that needs to give you permission to say, hey, you are now the main character. You can now take on this role and be this person. No, you have always been the main character. This has always been your show, your life, and it's time for you to realize that. And sometimes we forget that along the way. We forget as we have been shaped and molded and suffering through traumas and heartaches and the things that we've been through, the experiences that we've had. And now it's just about really taking those experiences, turning that into wisdom, and seeing that we have all of this wisdom within us in order for us to use that as our power to move forward, our strength and our determination to move forward. And again, getting this major energy that your solar plexus chakra is lit up. Like, Also hearing eternal flame. I don't know if like 80s vibes are a thing, but yeah, I think that's from the 80s. It's a little bit before my time, but I think that is, I want to say it is. I will put it on the screen if I figure it out. Anyway, I don't think that's important. What I think is important is that you are finding a way to like romanticize your life, and people really love and admire that about you. People are drawn to you in that way, like a moth to a flame. And at the same, in that same breath, like people also hate on that energy. They wish that they could be you because you attract things like that. Like, you know, honey also attracts flies, you know. I'm sorry. Honey attracts bees. What is this saying? That's gonna bother me. It's like that saying, I can't think of it. Something like you can catch more bees with honey than you can with vinegar, something like that. And so I feel like your haters are, you know, they're salty, they're sour about the way that you are living your life, about the way that you're going about your way, and you're like sweet like honey, you know, attracting all the good things, and they're sour about it, and that's why they're not attracting shit, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here, is like they see how you're going about your way and you're so humble about so many things. That's what people love about you. You know, you don't see just how worthy you are, how loved and valued you are. And so like you do appreciate all the things that you have, and thus that makes you even more lovable. And I feel like the haters in the world are like, why do you get everything? You know, why? I don't get it. Why? What's so special? You know? Just like Peter Parker, like Peter Parker gets the girl, like he's a smart dude, he's cute, and then he saves the world. Like people be mad, like how does he get everything, you know? Why don't I get bit by a spider? Why can't I have what Peter has? You know, it's that vibe. But so many people love Spider-Man at the same point. Okay, what do people... Why are the haters hating on pile 1? Two of Potions. Why are the haters hating on pile 1? Way too many cards. With the 8 of Potions. Why are the haters hating on pile 1? And the Knight of Needles, or the Knight of Swords. Okay. Back of the deck for now is the 2 of Presents, or the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, we're going to note this because it will change when I draw for the love. Why do people love you? But for first off, why the haters be hating? Okay, pile 1, the haters be hating on you because, I mean, you get the girl. And it doesn't matter what you identify, it's just a saying, right? But that's essentially what it is. Like, you attract the right people into your life. You attract the right friendships, the right companionships, the right partnerships, the right lovers, the right this or that into your life, and they wonder why they attract like the more toxic people, and you're able to like walk away from things that don't serve you anymore without feeling like, you know, woe is me. I don't even know how else to explain it other than like knowing that as you step into your power and your light, there are going to be people, situations, places, jobs, things like that, that are no longer in alignment with you or serving you to your highest good and with your pathway, that you need to walk away from it, and you do so without making it into any kind of drama. You know, you do it cleanly, you do it with like no, like I said, no drama. It's I wish you well on your way, and I hope you have the best, you know, in your life going forward. And that's that. And it's like a peaceful goodbye, a peaceful walking away, and you move forward in the best way with knowledge on your shoulders. That's a weird way to say it. But knowledge under your belt that you've learned so much from those people, places, situations, and moving forward, you're collecting more and more wisdom and experience to take you where you want to go, to take you where you are meant to go and on your pathway. With the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, like previously you may have like always had to say yes, or felt like you had to say yes in order to be someone for somebody all the time. You know, with Spider-Man showing up here, it's like, you know, you are now achieving a sense of balance within yourself. Like Peter Parker always has to be somebody for someone, right? He has to be the great student. He has to be the perfect nephew. He has to be the perfect neighborhood friendly Spider-Man, the boyfriend, and all of these things, and taking on so much that it took a toll on his energy and affected his powers. It affected the way that he was living his life. He wasn't having balance. He was tired, overworked, exhausted, burnt out. And so this is about you having balance, and the haters hate on you because you've learned from those experiences of burnout and exhaustion, people leeching off of your energy, and you've learned to put up boundaries and say no to things without feeling any type of way. I'm not saying you never feel any type of way about anything. I'm saying that you've learned to say no for your benefit. And it's not just your benefit at that, it's the benefit of those that you care and love, because you know that you're not showing up at your best for them either when you're not at your best, you know? The Six of Potions in reverse. I was just curious what's behind. Just understanding too that you've done a lot of work on yourself and tending to your inner child as you heal. And I think that that really triggers the haters that you have around you, that you've done so much inner work, that you have this ability to let go of any type of ego that you know, other people typically have in their lives. Where you can kind of detach from the situation and see, like I said, all sides. You can rise above and be the bigger person, because it's like, it doesn't matter how I necessarily feel about the outcome. What matters is this the best thing for everyone involved? And I feel like that's about you detaching yourself from feeling like you need to be the top person, or you need to have some sort of title or clout or something like that. And not to say that you ever were that way, but I think that it triggers that person or the haters in your life that you're not that person, that it doesn't matter to you the same way that it would to a normal person, or, you know, like typical people or people like them. And I think that you achieve things, achieve success, achieve recognition in your life so easily that people flock to you, like I said, like a moth to a flame. And I think that triggers them because they work really hard and to achieve the success that they have. And yet I feel like people still don't necessarily flock to them the way that they flock to you. It's something about the way that they have behind, it's the intention behind it is what I'm hearing. And so, it's almost this energy of like, it's like they have this underlying devilish energy, you know, like how you, like in the cartoons, you have the angel and the devil sitting on your shoulder. It's like they've only got the devil sitting on their shoulder, you know, talking in their ear and saying, this is what you gotta do, this is what's happening, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know why I'm picking up on that energy of your haters, but like, it's like they're kind of fixated on you being out to get them, when in reality, you're not fixated on anything but yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that is the energy I'm picking up on as far as like why the haters be hating on you, pile one. So let's take a look at why people love you so much, because there is so much love that outweighs the hate, to be honest with you. Why do people love pile one? Why do people love pile one? Four of Candles. Why do people love pile 1? Seven of Potions and the 9 of Presents. At the back of your deck, we have the 3 of Potions. Okay. Pile 2. I mean 1. Wow. What's wrong with my brain? Okay. People really love you because and I didn't quite talk about this card as much as I should have, and I'll get to it. People really love you because of just how much you're able to celebrate them and include them and make them feel loved. You know, this 55, the Peacock's Tail, really talks about like having, like I said, being able to see the whole spectrum, being able to see the beauty in everything and almost share that same vision with everyone else. Like share that same beautiful vision, allow other people to see through your eyes because you have that enthusiasm and love and respect for everything, regardless, you know, of if that's your belief or someone else's, and you just have that mutual respect and understanding for it. It's this beautiful multifaceted perspective that you have. You have such an open mind and such a creative thinking mind that really allows people to be pulled in, you know, to be enamored and be like, okay, what do you think of this? And they come to you because they want to genuinely know your opinion on something or to pick your brain on something because of the way you think. They really admire that. They really love the fact that you're able to see change and overcome things. You're able to, you know, see a problem and figure out very creative ways to overcome them, and without complaint at that, you know. Why do people love you so much? It's because you're such an amazing dreamer and you believe in so many other people's dreams. Remember I told you remember I told you Greatest Showman always shows up, and it's you guys, pile 1. A million dreams. You guys definitely have really big dreams, and people may have thought your dreams were crazy at one point, and you might even think your dreams are crazy and giant, and not just giant, ginormous, and almost impossible. I believe in 6 impossible things before breakfast. I'm hearing, and you go down a rabbit hole and into Wonderland because you really can. You might identify as a major dreamer, whether it be a night dreamer, a daydreamer, an astral dreamer, whatever the case may be, but you have this beautiful mind that people absolutely love and admire. And because you believe in all of these things and you dream so big, people believe in you. People see the possibility in the impossibility and your potential, and they see just how abundant you are and how fruitful you are, how vibrant you are, and just love that you make them feel genuinely so happy, so at ease. You have this warmth and radiance about you that just flows so naturally, and when they come into contact with you, it could be like the very first time they meet you and you make them feel at home, like family and welcomed. And so I'm actually very, oh, there it is, Queen of Presents, Queen of Pentacles. So they very much view you as someone who is very independent, very abundant, very successful, very much in balance with your life and career and love and all of these things, a nurturer, a provider, all of the amazing things that we aspire to be, or that many of us aspire to be. I don't want to blanket anyone into that, so I apologize, but I definitely do feel like this is about you uncovering the mysteries that is life and you, and understanding like there is nothing that is impossible and you will figure things out. And people absolutely love love that about you, pile one. They see your magic and they love that you help them see the magic within themselves and you inspire them to do things. You inspire them to go after what they hope and dream for. You inspire them to be who they want to be and what they want to be at that. And so, pile one, I absolutely just thank you for sharing your space and your energy with me. This is beautiful. And know that you are so loved, way more than always the hate. The hate is literally just because you trigger people with how incredible you are. So don't get it twisted, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's this beautiful, beautiful energy, pile one. I absolutely love it. I do want to close you out with some advice and guidance from your... Blah, blah, blah. Wow. Words are hard today. Words are hard today. I do want to close you out with some advice and guidance from your beautiful higher self. So advice and guidance from pile one's higher self, please. Oh, shoot. Almost dropped all of it. We have number, oh my gosh, why is this so hard to see? 11, you are safe to make mistakes. You are safe to be imperfect. You are safe. You are so freaking safe, pile one. I mean, again, it's that fear of abandonment coming up for me. Fear of feeling like someone's going to leave you behind or not love you anymore. Like you need to be perfect. You're safe. You're worthy. Also have number 27, connect with your soul family. And I feel like for a lot of you, they are in your life already. They're not coming, they're coming in if they're not in your life already. And then we have number 6, this moment will be a mere memory one day. Are you making the most of it? Just living your life to the fullest, being present in the moment. Though we are big dreamers, pile one, we need to be present. Back of your deck, 16, find wisdom in challenges. Now, number 16 correlates to the Tower in Tarot. So, like I said, I feel like you guys definitely make the most of any tower moment, any mountain that you see in front of you. You take that climb and you make it your bitch. You know what I mean? Very proud of you. Pile one, you're absolutely incredible. Okay, lastly, I do want to close out with some of these little quote cards I made. I feel like there may be messages for you in them. So pile one, anything pile one needs to know, please. Pile one's higher self. Anything pile one's higher self wants them to know. There we go. Nobody but me is going to change my story, Matilda. Definitely pile one. I feel like this is really about you understanding like you are the creator of your life. Nobody but you is going to tell your story, change it, write it. You are in control of that. Don't let the haters dictate anything. Speak a narrative, like, and even if they are, the truth will prevail. You cannot live your life to please others. The White Queen, Alice in Wonderland. Now, if that ain't the truth for you, pile one, I don't know what is. It is the quality of one's convictions that determine success, not the number of followers. Remus Lupin. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. So, let's get you 3 more. Oh, it is impossible only if you believe it is. The Mad Hatter, Alice in Wonderland. Absolutely, pile one. If you weren't you, then we'd all be a bit less we, Winnie the Pooh. Yep, stand in your power, stand in your truth and your own authenticity to infinity and beyond. Buzz Lightyear, Toy Story. Definitely never giving up on you or your dreams. The back of your deck here, we've all got both light and dark inside us. What matters is the part we choose to act on. That's who we really are. Sirius Black. So, you guys are absolutely divine. Pile 1, you already know. And don't let the haters get to you. Haters gonna hate. You gotta just do you. Shine bright and don't let anybody dim that light, okay? I love you guys so much, and if you guys enjoyed today's reading, please go ahead and smash the like button. Comment down below a yellow emoji of some sort so I know you're from pile 1, and let me know how you guys enjoyed the reading, what resonated for you. I love talking stories with you in the comment section and getting to know you guys. And yes, I love you so much. I would love it if you subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I will also be dropping my Patreon link down below in case you're interested in joining our magical family there, where we have exclusive content and weekly energy readings and not available here on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you have a magical day or night whenever you're watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye! What's up, pile 2? If you chose this white candle, welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and start this off by prepping your candle. Actually, that is not. We're just going to light your candle now and give you a little time to sit with it. Okay, pile 2, thank you. Going to move your candle here. Right off the bat, pile 2, I just felt a sense of calmness and being at peace. So some of you might have just gone through some very deep healing recently. For others of you, you might identify with losing a loved one. So for those of you who have just recently lost a loved one, I want to send you my love and my condolences. I do feel like there's a lot of healing that has just taken place for you though, and you've done a lot of work with like your heart chakra is just very much bright, like vivid green, like a bright ball of green. So I do feel like your spirit guides are coming through really strong and just sharing how proud they are of you. But to get to the root of your reading, which is all about like why the haters be hating and why people really love you. The intention of this reading was not to focus on the negative by any means, but as we grow and learn, you know, there's always going to be people who don't necessarily vibe with us, which is fine. Everybody has their own opinions, and sometimes we want to know, although it's not necessarily our business. But which is sometimes it's good to be aware of why. Sometimes we want to know. It's human nature, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm over explaining a little bit, so you might identify with that. But getting into this, let's open up your cards. So this card in particular I drew to why haters be hating, why people love you, why haters be hating, and then this is just supporting for either. Okay, so we have, oh, interesting, LX, okay, for that's 50, 66, right? 66, the seed. And then you have 34, much easier number for me to read, vinegar, which is very interesting as well. I like how the seed is very colorless, and vinegar, when you think about vinegar, usually it's like white vinegar. Sometimes apple cider vinegar is more like yellowy. We have She-Hulk, do the right thing even if no one is watching. And then you have connection, cedarwood, trigger statement, it is too much, true statement, I am grounded in my body. Use your empathic abilities to connect with others, discern the information you receive, and do not take on what is not your own. Pile 2. Wow. Okay. So I definitely feel like a huge cleanse has taken place recently, or is necessary for those of you who maybe haven't done it quite yet. I do feel like for a lot of you, you trigger people in a way that makes them really look at themselves like something's wrong. And I think that's like the main message going across as far as like why haters hate on us, right? Like it's a trigger for them, something within themselves that they need to work on. So I'm getting like Shrek references as far as like your cards go. Like the seed card, I know it talks about the seed, it's actually a pearl here, and it's an irritant, and over time the irritant, which is a piece of sand inside of the oyster, becomes a beautiful pearl. And like at the same point, this card for some reason it makes me think of an onion. Combined with the vinegar, it's just like onions smell funky. Not to say that you guys smell funky or anything, pile 2, not saying that at all, let's be clear. But what I'm saying here is like there are so many layers to you that like people judge you by first glance, by first whatever, like, you know, on what they view you on. Like, for example, maybe they only see you doing certain things on social media, maybe they only see you at work at a certain time, and they don't ever talk to you. Maybe they only see you dressed a certain way at the beach or whatever, and it doesn't matter what it is, okay? I'm just trying to spit out examples here, but what I mean to say here is they don't take the time to get to know you. Kind of like She-Hulk, right? If someone were to see, it's interesting how I said Shrek reference and She-Hulk is like green like Shrek. Anyway, sorry, getting off track here, but like it's like people judge you without getting to know you. And it's like, it could be you have RBF, you know, and they just assume that you're a bitch, but really you're not a bitch, you know what I mean? And who knows, maybe you are a bitch, and who cares, right? There's no judgment here. And like what I feel here really hard is that for the people who hate on you, like it's because you truly are you have so much growth within yourself. Like you do so much. You are an action taker, a risk taker. You do what you say you're going to do. You say what you mean what you say, and you walk the walk, you walk the talk, you talk the walk, you know what I mean? And so that irritates people. That triggers people, and like they're just like, they want to do all these things, but do they pull the trigger on it? No, they don't. they come up with excuses or whatever it may be, and like, oh, it must be nice. Like, I kind of feel like the haters that you have are the must be nicers, you know. Oh, it must be nice to be like that. It must be nice to be so strong. It must be nice to be independent. It must be nice to not have kids. It must be nice to do this or that. It must be nice to have a partner, like, you know, like, rather than actually walking a mile in your shoes, rather than actually seeing that, you know, you have your own struggles, you have your own battles that you've had to deal and heal from, and continue to do so on a daily basis. And like, they choose to only see what they want to see, and that's on them, not on you. Okay, pile two. I feel like that's a huge thing, is like, they are triggered by you because you do what you say you're going to do. You say what you mean, and you mean what you say, and they can't do that. They can't walk the talk and talk the walk. They can't pull the trigger on things, either because they're frozen in fear, they make up excuses, or they feel like they are unworthy. They have their own healing and things to do, and you trigger them because you are much advanced, you're much further, you are where they want to be, and they are triggered by that. They are intimidated by you, essentially. That is why they hate on you. You know, you are the beautiful pearl that they wish and aspire to be, but they don't see that you put in all this work. They don't see that there's so many layers to you. You're not just this one thing that just became this incredible, powerful, magical thing, and success and all of these things. You took a lot to get to where you are. You know what I mean? So if they took the time to get to know you, your journey, and your story, rather than judge you on the surface, they would know, and they would respect you that much more. And so, which leads me to, why do people love you, right? Because you do what you say, because you take action, because you have so much integrity, because you are someone who preserves, why is it coming out that way? Preserves your values and your morals. You know, you don't bend because you feel like you can't do it anymore, or something like that, to that effect. You know, like, is it too much? No, it's not. You stay rooted in who you are, and you keep to your word. And I feel like you're someone who holds yourself accountable, and you stick to it. You commit to something and you do it, and people really love and admire that about you. With the vinegar card coming out here for you, being what people really love about you, is like, you're someone who is very pure, someone who is very pure-hearted and with good intentions. You have integrity, you are strong-willed, and you have a mind of your own, and very much like somebody who can be relied on, can be trusted, can be, you know, looked to as a leader and inspiring, you know. So I really love that. And at that same point, you know, you're not someone who's just like this dictator leader or anything like that, who, like, yes, you take action, you pull the trigger, and you do all these things, you're a go-getter, but at that same point, you're also very empathic. You're also very much someone who's in touch with their heart space, very much in touch. Like I said, you have many layers to you, peeling back the onion, you know what I mean? So let's dive a little deeper here, because I love it. I love it, pile two. I love you guys. I love you so much. So much abundance that you've created for yourself and continue to create for yourself. So why the haters be hating? Why do the haters hate on pile two? We have the 9 of Potions. The Ace of Presents, which makes me think of the seed. Oh, and the Chariot. Back of your deck for now is the 2 Potions. I say for now because it's going to change when I draw more. But as far as why the haters be hating, pile Pile 2, it's because you are that bitch, you know what I mean? You are the person who does all the things, achieves what they set out to achieve, and you know, you set the goal and you hit it, basically, and then some. You are someone who is very much independent and successful, abundant, and you achieve what you say you're going to, like I said, and they can't do that. They wish they could be you, essentially. You're someone who plants the seed, the idea, who takes it and sees it through all the way. You are also someone who leads a team into success. You lead the team balanced in such a way that inspires everyone to go after what they want to go after too. You build solid relationships with other people that they can't seem to do or hold down because they can't figure out why. They come up with excuses as to why, like, oh, must be nice, you know, that's what I keep hearing, must be nice, or you have a boyfriend like that, da 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 da, you know, and I feel like that's truly too bad for them that they feel this way. Too bad that they keep saying things like that, and they keep attracting that negative vibe because they want to stay on that low vibe frequency while you're up here on the high vibe frequency, I was gonna say. 5 of candles, 5 of wands. Yeah, you like see drama and conflict and you rise above it. I feel like you don't have time for it. You laugh at the drama and you're just like, guys, there's no reason for this, and you squash it. There's so much harmony about you in which you, because you have such integrity about you. Also, I'm called to how this is number 66, a number of love, cooperation, harmony, responsibility, problem solving. I feel like you have this way about you in which I'm picking up on, like, this way about you in what is it called? Being able to empathize with both sides and thus reaching an agreement or a compromise, like mediator kind of style. You know what I mean? Like you're able to help people reach an agreement or reach a compromise, reach an understanding, and resolve conflicts, resolve problems, essentially. And I feel like people are really triggered by that. Like if they ever involve themselves in drama, they create more drama, something like that. When your job, as far as like involving yourself in drama, is not to insert yourself there, but to smooth things out because it's having a ripple effect in which it's affecting you and other people. So I feel like that's a main thing to bring up, is that it triggers them where they try to make it their problem. You know what I mean? So let's look at now, why do people love you, pile 2? I mean, I know why I love you, but in case you need further explanation, you know? So you're pretty badass, pile 2. Why do people love pile 2? That's way too many cards. Why do people love pile 2? Ten of potions. Why do people love pile 2? Four of presents, 4 of pentacles. Eek. Why do people love pile 2? The Empress. Back of the deck is the 9 of Swords, 9 of Needles. Okay. Pile 2, people absolutely love you because you bring happiness. You bring this joy to the area that you are, the relationship, the space, the situation, the whatever it may be. You bring happiness, and you have this way about really making people feel valued in the moment, where you're not like somewhere else, you know, you're very present and in the moment, despite like all the things that you could be doing during your time or whatever, because you are someone who is viewed as very much that bitch. You are viewed as someone who is like the queen, the king, the conqueror, the amazing, you know, the boss, like that energy. And people really value when you take the time and give that to them and not make them feel like you could be doing something better with your time. You very much make them feel valued and appreciated, and you help them to really see that, you know, the grass is green where you water it. You value that, and you show them that you have a beautiful way of alleviating stress for people and allowing them to see that there's nothing to really stress about, you know, to take it easy, to breathe through situations that make them feel crazy or like obsessive about things or worried. And like I said, you know, there's this air about you that you make people feel like they're very valued and appreciated, no matter how big or small that they may be in your presence or in your situation, in your company, in your business, in your workplace, in your friendship, something like that. You know, you appreciate them and you value them, you celebrate them regardless. And I feel like you do your best to, like I said, make them feel at ease and relaxed and show up for them in the best ways. I also get this energy too, where you're very nurturing and kind, and people really love that about you. Like I said, there's so many layers to you in which you really empathize with the way that people may be, like people in your life maybe have stress and anxiety and fears that keep them up at night, and you really empathize with that, and you let them know like, hey, I'm thinking about you and I'm worried, you know, like don't worry about it, and you send them something to help them sleep at night. Or like if they have like let's say they have like a really big interview or something at work, and it's like your best friend, you know, you send her something or you send them something that makes them like really happy about, like you send them a Starbucks or something when they're done with their interview and be like, hey, here's an afternoon pick me up, you did great on your interview, I just know it, you know, you killed it. And it's this energy of like you put out what you get back, and you attract what you put out there. And I feel like people really love and admire that about you, pile 2. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time expressing that. I think like sometimes you don't necessarily express yourself that much or convey the way that you are feeling a lot, and it just depends who is in your circle. And so people who are very close to you or who get the privilege of being close to you are very appreciative of you because they are valued and appreciated by you, and they see that, they understand and respect that, and they just know that they love you so much. But yeah, pile 2, I definitely feel like you guys are incredible and special, and I definitely see why like you have this block, this shield almost, to keep, you know, people who don't need to be leeching off your energy, just having free access to you. I think that, you know, other people can really learn from you in this way, in which, you know, it is not a given thing or a free thing for people to have access to your energy. And it's definitely a privilege to have access to one's energy. And so I definitely am pulling a page from your book, pile 2. Thank you. Thank you for teaching that lesson. I love it. Because let's be real, when we allow too many people in our energy, in our force field, it does take a toll on us. Those are like energy vampires, and we wonder why we're feeling exhausted, burnt out, or a certain way, why something's tugging on us. And it's because people who don't have our best interests at heart are putting that energy on us, or vibing that on us, and we don't want that. So I really love that about you, pile 2, and I feel like other people do as well. And also, why haters hate on you, because they're like, why can't I access this person? What the heck? You know what I mean? So they can go kick rocks and keep being salty and sour. You know, they can taste your vinegar and be like, "Bleh," you know, while others get to enjoy the pearls of you. So let's tap into your higher self, pile 2. I have a couple of decks that I'm going to shuffle from. What does pile 2's higher self want them to know, please? Number 32, release the tension, relax your face and shoulders, let it all go, surrender. Definitely might have that RBF, guys, going on, but you know what? It's just our face. Like, I have that too. So, but definitely there's this energy of like, maybe some of you guys unconsciously or subconsciously clench your jaw and give yourselves like tension headaches or tension pain in your neck and shoulders, and you're being asked to relax, breathe, let go. You have number 18, share it freely with the world. Share yourself freely with the world. You can still definitely protect your energy while still standing in your badass self energy. You don't need to hide. Like, I'm just seeing that image of like when Mystique is like camouflaging as a normal human being when she can just be her beautiful blue self. You know what I mean? It's like that. What does, here we go. Number 5, we are all one. Love all creatures, for we all share the same life force. Yeah, even the haters, you know, we do share the same life force. They just don't need to be by us. You know what I mean? So send their love to them and be like, hey, peace out, you know? Number 19, open your heart to the magic around you. Oh yeah, not everyone is bad. There is that energy there. We're going to draw these cards here as well. These little quote cards that I made. So what does your higher self want you to know? Pile 2. We have, if you focus on what you left behind, you will never see what lies ahead. Gusto, Ratatouille. So there might be something that you wish you could have done differently or something to that effect. Focus on what's ahead of you. And then you have, I can't go back to yesterday because I was a different person than Alice from Alice in Wonderland. So again, that energy of like changing something that happened in the past in order to have things different. But I feel like for the most part, even like how She-Hulk is like kind of looking back, you know, I feel like your higher self is like, don't worry about what happened. Everything happens for a reason. Does Pile 2's higher self want them to know? Here we go. If you don't know or you want to go, then it doesn't matter which path you take. Alice in Wonderland. True. Very true. Very cryptic. If you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true. Cinderella. So I feel like Pile 2, there is something that you want to do that maybe you did not go after, and maybe now you do want to, and you just don't really know how to go there or how you can possibly achieve it. And I ask you to believe in yourself because you're a badass. Pile 2. That says Pile 2's. Okay, just take the top. It does not do well to dwell on dreams and forget to live. Albus Dumbledore. Okay, definitely that's energy of having a dream that you did not chase. That's Blink. You're killing me, Small. Definitely that's the same vibe. Why do I have Blink cards here? The bottom of your deck says, nobody but me is going to change my story, Matilda. So definitely pile 2. I feel like if there is something that happens to be haunting you from your past that you want to change, you still have the ability to do so. And if your success and your abundance now in this time is not proof of that, I don't know what else will be, other than you needing to maybe reflect on a few things. Perhaps there are things in your dreams that have answers, but I do feel like something in that in your dreams. And also something a good cleanse can help you with, if that helps. I don't know why I'm called to your candle and how white candles typically are for cleansing. It can be used for many different things. Actually, white candles are multi-purpose, but the first thing that came to mind was a good cleanse. And yeah, so, and the fact that it says release and relax, so on this card here. But I love you guys. Pile 2, I hope that this brought you what you needed to know, and know that you're so loved more than the hate, and they just want to be you. That's all. That's all it is, pile 2. And who wouldn't want to be you? You're amazing. So that's where I'm going to leave your reading, pile 2. If you guys enjoyed it, please go ahead and smash the like button and comment down below a white emoji of some kind, white heart, I don't know. You pick something so I know you're from pile 2. And yeah, let me know how you guys enjoyed it. I would love it if you subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I will also be dropping my Patreon link down below in case you're interested in joining our magical family there, where we have exclusive content and weekly energy readings not available here on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys have a magical day or night whenever you're watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye! What's up, pile 3? If you chose this blue chime candle, welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and take this time to set up your candle and let you sit with it for a minute. Okay, pile 3, thank you for joining me here in your reading. I'm going to carefully, oops, so much for being careful, carefully move your candle over here, tapping into your energy. I just want to say thank you so much for being here with me, by the way. I appreciate you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing. It means more than I can say. Honestly, your energy feels very interesting though. Very like, I feel like a good vibe with you. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's different from pile 1 and 2. And in the best way possible. When I say that, like, almost feels like I'm talking to someone I know. And I feel like all of my viewers or subscribers are like, I feel like I can talk to you guys like my friends, if that means anything. But it really does feel like the vibe here, you know. So I do feel like that's kind of your energy, in which you're somebody who people can, you might even find like strangers can come up to you and just start talking to you about their life and telling you their deepest, darkest secrets or something like that. And you don't even know who they are. You know what I mean? Like, they just share things with you for no reason. And it's because you really put them at ease. I feel like that's your energy, pile 3. I also feel like there's something very soothing about your voice. Now, whether or not you identify with being a singer, a good singer, a shower singer, a hobby singer, or whatever, however you want to identify as, that's all you choose that label. But I feel like there's something about your voice that people find very soothing, alluring, just something that they lean into for like comfort, if that makes sense. So like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be singing. It can be like talking. It can be yeah, interesting, the things that I'm picking up on. But let's go ahead and reveal some of these cards. So this card I drew specifically for the lovers, like people that, not the lovers, like what people love about you, why people love you, what people love about you. This is what people hate. The hater's gonna hate, you know what I mean? And these are supporting, so can go, they support either side. And then of course we'll draw tarot. So this is number 41, the Village. And this is, oops, number 10, Pluto. And then we have Rogue and Gambit, Let Love In. And, oops, Trust with Wintergreen, Trigger Statement, what if something happens? True Statement, I take my hands off the wheel. You are not alone. The universe is working with you. Relax and enjoy the adventure. Pile 3, wow. So The Climb by Miley Cyrus might be significant for you guys. I feel like you guys definitely overcome a lot of obstacles in your life, whether people recognize that or not. I think it's going to vary for each of you. Some people might view you as someone who does not struggle in life, while others may view you as someone who overcomes struggle easily, therefore does not quite struggle, you know what I mean? And either way, that's not for them to have any sort of opinion on, in my opinion. Your struggle is your own, and yeah, there's no, like, I don't feel like it's fair to compare struggles. Anyway, I also appreciate your patience and kindness as you hear my daughter in the background because she is sick. So thank you. I feel like this pile, you guys are definitely somebody who people, oh, where do I want to start? The other piles that felt so easy to start. I feel like, okay, I feel like the people that hate on you, it's because they look at you and they wish they had what you had. And essentially, I feel like that's the underlying theme for everybody's piles, like every pile going in as far as hater energy goes. They want that energy, therefore they're triggered by you, you know, that kind of thing. So for you guys in particular, pile 3, the reason why people hate on you is because they really admire the community that you have around you, whether it's a community that you are a part of, that you've built for yourself, or just a family that you have in general, whether it be like a family that you were born into or you have, or your chosen family. They really see that tribe around you and that support that you have, and they feel that jealousy. You know, they want that. They never had that, or they have it but it's just not as good as yours, something like that. And so, you know, they see you overcoming hurdles, overcoming mountains, and making these climbs while having all the support around you. And you have these people who love on you so much. You have these people who are so supportive, who have been there with you, like ride or die is what I'm hearing. Ride or die. You are someone who is ride or die, and therefore you have ride or dies alongside of you as well. And I feel like these people who hate on you don't necessarily have that, you know. And that's a them problem, honestly. So looking at that, moving on to like what people love about you is that you're someone who is, like I said, loyal, loving, supportive. You're a ride or die. And like, while that is true, like, you're also somebody who takes care of people. you're a nurturer, you're comforting, you're that friend that people can go to and rely on. Like, this is really getting me here. You're not alone. The universe, you don't want people to ever feel alone, because people don't ever like make you feel alone. Whether it be, like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be like blood family. It could be chosen family that you have that have always been there for you, never letting you feel left out in the cold or something like that. But either way, it's like, you know that you always have someone who has your back, that kind of an energy. People see that you have so much power and you're able to really like phoenix. Does that make sense? Like how Rogue does, you know, she has these rebirth moments, as do you, with Pluto coming out here. As to like, why do people love you? Because you have this energy of being able to rise up from the ashes. You can transform. You can take things that, you know, would tear most people down and make yourself that much stronger, alchemize and make yourself that much stronger. And I'm called to the spider web on this half of your card here, and how you're able to really like, you're not stuck in the spider web. No, you're the one creating the spider web. You're the one spinning that spider web and creating this abundance, creating this beautiful masterpiece for people to look at, and for your haters get caught up in, because they don't understand it. And for me, spiders signify beauty, signify creativity, signify abundance, like I said, success and manifesting. Like, you are doing all of these things, and how there's other hands here. You have people who are supporting you through that and protecting you along the way, keeping you safe from the haters. See that eyeball there? You're able to go on your merry way because you're safe, you're protected. Okay. I'm also hearing Jesus Take the Wheel by Carrie Underwood. It doesn't matter what you believe in or anything like that. It's just like the energy underlying message of the song. So just want to put that out there if you want to take a listen to that. But it's kind of like this energy of you trusting in what unfolds. What's meant to be is meant to be, and you know that it's going to flow to you. And I feel like it is very much, people are loving that you have this way about you to stand in your power and to create what you are doing without feeling afraid. And if you do feel afraid, you have so much courage inside of you that you keep going, you know. You lead with your heart and you go forward in such a trusting way that allows you to really succeed and find that opportunities are handed to you, that things just kind of work out for you in the best possible way, because you are so trusting in what the universe sends your way and what God sends your way, what your angels, whatever it is that you believe in, send your way, you know. I feel like that's such a beautiful thing. So let's elaborate for you guys. Pile 3. Why the haters be hating on pile 3? Beautiful energy though. We have the Queen of Needles. Why the haters hate on pile 3. 6 of Candles. Why the haters hate on pile 3. Queen of Presents. Back of your deck is the Ace of Presents. Okay. Pile 3. This is really about you guys. Like, haters hate on you because you're not, like, you don't bat an eye when people like try to spin their web of lies. You already know the truth and your own truth, so you walk that very what is the word I'm looking for? like, you walk in your truth with so much conviction and confidence that nothing, like, it doesn't waver. Does that make sense? Like, nothing can make you feel any other way about it, like, if that makes sense. So nothing can sway you from your path that you're walking on, if that makes sense. Nothing can deter you. Nothing can get you down. And don't get me wrong, like, you're definitely human in the fact that you have your days where you doubt yourself and things like that. But what I'm saying is, like, you don't allow the haters to tear your dreams down, or to say like your dreams are dumb and you shouldn't do that, or like, you're very much like understand where you're going and why you're going there. I feel like this is just a matter of like understanding your purpose and your passion and your integrity, and sticking to that, sticking to your guns, and not allowing like little things to get to you. I feel like people are really bothered by that. Like, they're really triggered by that, and the fact that you're able to walk that path so confidently. Your haters hate on you because you're getting all the recognition that they want for themselves, essentially. You're getting the abundance, you're balancing your life, you're doing all the things that they can't seem to be doing for themselves, you know, and you do it with like an air of honesty where you are real with yourself about things. You're not delusional about things. You're very honest in the fact that you're practical when it comes to your dreams. You're practical when it comes to what you can and cannot do at this time. And you get real with yourself, you get honest with yourself, and you allow yourself to heal. You allow yourself to take a breath. You allow yourself to do what you need to do in order for you to be successful, in order for you to be the best you for the people around you, and to, you know, properly plant the seed into the ground when you are trying to move forward in your life, when you're trying to start something new and do something successful, when you're trying to say yes to something. You know that sometimes you need to say no first. Sometimes you need to put up a wall and a boundary in order for you to move forward in the best possible way. And I feel like people are really triggered by that because they don't quite have that ability just yet. They don't have that down yet, and they're like, how do you do it? They don't understand it, and they're like, why do you get everything that you want? Like, how are you able to navigate this transformation? How are you able to navigate like your kundalini awakening so easily? When little do they know, it's not just like you doing it with a breeze. Like, they don't see the work that goes behind it. They don't see all the hard work that's underneath this mountain that you've been putting forth. They don't see all the things that you have been doing, forging this tiara and making it a beautiful piece of art. They don't see that hard work. They just see the finished product and assume that you just pulled it out of your ass. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that's why people hate on you, is because they just make these assumptions that you have all these people around you, all of this support, all of this help, all of this family and community around you, that they assume do most of it for you. When in reality, no, you just have the support there to lean into. You have the support there to lean into for just that support, for help, for guidance, for what you need them there for. And they're upset because they don't, or they don't know how to have that support. They don't know how to lean into that support, or say, hey, I need this, you know, hey, can I have a talk with you, or whatever, like, can I vent to you or something, you know? And I think like there's a part of them too that makes them feel like you have this carefree energy about you, even though they're facing their own battles. And they're like, well, that's not fair. Like, how come you never struggle? Like I said, they don't see your struggle, and they just assume that it's easy for you, when in reality they don't know shit, right? They don't know anything about the things that you've done to get to where you are. They don't know anything about your childhood or the inner child work healing that you have done. They don't know anything about the friendships that you have to really support you, the people that have your back through these hard times. And not to say that, you know, you always lean to other people or turn to other people in order to get through these things, but what I'm saying is you're very much someone who values the people who you do have in your corner, that the universe sends you people who are going to scoop you up, who are going to be there to catch something for you. And should shit ever hit the fan for you, you find a way to transform, transmute, to alchemize, because you are so powerful, and people are very much triggered by that. You're surrounded by people who also do that as well, who also transmute, who also transform, who are also equally as powerful. Not to say anything on them, like not to say like you're the only one who's doing all of these things. No, it's because you attract your tribe. The people around you are also doing the same thing, thus making it easier and more inspiring for you to get up when you feel like you're knocked down. You know what I mean? It's kind of that energy. Like, your haters just like to sit in their misery and say like, oh, pile 3 gets everything and it's so easy for them. But it's not. Your struggle is real, pile 3. And they're just, they don't get it. And you can't make them get it, and that's okay. So, what do people really love about you? And part of what people love about you is the fact that you do all of this. So let's get real here, okay? What do people really love about pile? Why do people love pile 3, I should say. Why do people love pile 3? Why do people love pile 3? 2 of presence. Strength. 3 of presence. Back of your deck is the moon. Pile 3, people love you because of the way that you can prioritize things, the way that you have balance in your life, like I said earlier, and how much kindness and compassion that you have for those around you. Like I've been saying this whole time, you have struggles that you battle and deal with, and you understand that people battle and deal with the struggles as well, their own struggles as well, and no struggle is greater than another, and you understand that. So the fact that you have so much kindness and compassion in your heart for each person's individual journey is just something people really love about you. The fact that, you know, you're able to see through someone else's lens and empathize with them and understand, like, you know, you make them feel like they're not alone, that you are there as a support system for them, while also not necessarily taking on their load, or not letting them, you know, trauma dump on you all the time. Like, there are healthy boundaries when you say that, letting them know, like, just, hey, I'm here for you if you need it, you know. And just by you extending that hand out, not necessarily meaning that they're always going to take, but just by you letting them know they're not alone in their trauma, in their journey, in their healing, in their suffering, in their struggles, that makes all the difference. You know what I'm saying? So being that they see that you see them, they feel so seen, so much healing comes from that. And that's what people really love about you. You know, you notice these things, you observe these things, you feel these things, and that makes them feel very treasured and valued and appreciated. And I feel like they love working with you. They love being a part of a community with you, a part of any kind of outing with you. If you're there, they're like, yeah, I'm excited to see so and so, you know, pile 3 is awesome, I love them, can't wait to see them, I'm glad they're going to be there. So you're truly somebody that people look forward to seeing, and you help them to really not be afraid of the darkness or the struggles, and really embrace in that shadow side, embrace in that aspect of feeling like, you know, I'm not alone in this. If pile 3 can do this, so can I. Why can't I? You know, in not in a way that makes you look weak, but in a way that you empower other people, pile 3. And that is something so beautiful. You know, you might be somebody who really motivates others in the way that you speak, in the way that you talk. Like I said with earlier, your voice, there's something about your voice. And it could be that you give really great pep talks, you give really great advice, you know, you're someone who inspires other people. And it could be that you're a leader of some kind, or a healer, a guide, and a mentor, something like that. And that really inspires people to get their shit together in the most loving way. I mean that in the most loving way, and really pull themselves out of whatever darkness that they may be in, and understand like they have the power and they just need to take it back. You know, their wand is right there. They just need to pick it up and grab it. And not to say that there are not things that we don't necessarily need to get help for, like, you know, depression is definitely real and things like that. But what I mean to say here is that you're allowing them to see that there is action that can be taken on their part to have that help in their life, and really inspire them to seek out change, to seek out support and help. And it's because you make them feel seen, you make them feel heard and like they matter. And people really love that about you. People love how you were able to transform your hardships and pain and suffering and struggles into something so beautiful and abundant and successful, and that's really inspiring. So that's what it is. Pile 3. It's beautiful, and you create such meaningful relationships with people. People really love that about you. Very loyal, very supportive, very loving, someone they can lean into. So connecting to your higher self, what does your higher self want to say? We have number 8, you are whole. You don't need anyone to complete you. You will always be whole. And I feel like your higher self is coming to tell you, like, yes, you have all of the support around you, but you don't, not to say not to appreciate them or anything, but you are whole all on your own. You are beautiful and amazing and worthy all on your own. And their validation, their love, does not make you any more than what you already are, or any less than, for that matter. Okay? Number 22, dissolve your ego by going within. Definitely, again, that underlying message of like trusting in you are worthy of all the things that you are attaining. You are worthy of love just by being you, not having to do anything. Okay? 32, release the tension, relax your face and shoulders, let it all go, surrender. So definitely just easing your mind, easing your body, and allowing the rest to fade away. And perhaps, like I said, maybe you are a mentor or a leader or a boss of some kind, some sort of motivational person that is really looked up to in some way. And don't feel like you always have to show up perfect or anything like that. Don't let your ego get the best of you. And I feel like your higher self is like, be authentically you and don't worry about anything else. The back of your deck is 27. Connect with your soul family, definitely. I feel like they're going to help ground you. Okay, lastly, I'm going to use these little quote cards that I made. So, it says pile 3's higher self wants them to know. We have, if you weren't you, then we'd all be a bit less we, Winnie the Pooh. And definitely showing up as you. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. Albus Dumbledore. Definitely pile 3. Finding happiness within yourself. This is pile 3's higher self want them to know. Did something flip? Oh yes, it did. Never give up and good luck will find you, Falcor. It's up to you how far you'll go. If you don't try, you'll never know, Merlin. Definitely. And I feel like you already do that. It's just like a little reminder to keep doing what you're doing. Oh yes, the past can hurt, but you can either run from it or learn from it, Rafiki. And I feel like you do that and you inspire other people, you know? sometimes the right path is not the easiest one, Grandmother Willow. And yeah, you definitely take the harder path. Be who you are on the inside, Moana. Exactly. Letting go of that ego and letting everything come out. Like, be your authentic self, you know? So, and that is where I'm going to leave your reading. Pile 3. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please go ahead and smash the like button and comment down below something blue so I know you're from pile 3. Let me know how you guys enjoyed it. I love talking with you in the comment section. And yeah. And I would love it if you subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I will also be dropping my Patreon link down below in case you're interested in joining our magical family there, where we have exclusive content and weekly energy readings not available here on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys have a magical day or night whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you soon. Bye!